Hi Sagittarius, this is your horoscope for November 2019. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to give you a rundown of how the planets are going to affect you here in November. The first thing is that Mercury, the communication planet, goes retrograde on the 31st of October, and it stays in retrograde until the 20th of November. Now, Mercury retrogrades 3 or 4 times a year, so during the Mercury retrogrades, we expect things like phones not working properly, or the train being delayed, or losing the luggage, or whatever it may be. But it sits in your 12th house of spirituality with the transiting midheaven and the sun all in Scorpio. So you may feel disconnected from your higher self, and you may be hearing loud messages from the ego telling you to do something outrageous or differently. Don't do anything shocking or outrageous during this Mercury retrograde, because you might regret it later, because it seemed like a good idea at the time. You're prone to kind of falling into that trap. You know, like Kathy Griffin, when she had that Donald Trump mask. She thought it was a good idea at the time, but it ruined her career. So when it comes to thinking, teaching, communicating, traveling, from the 31st of October till the 20th of November, really watch out and pay attention that dot the I's and cross the T's, okay? Make sure everything's as it's supposed to be. Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity, moves into Sagittarius on the 26th. No, it moves into Sagittarius on the 2nd of November, and it goes into your first house, and then it goes into Capricorn on the 26th of November, and it goes into your second house. So Venus is the planet of love and beauty. In your sign, it loves to explore, it loves new relationships, it likes to flirt, it likes romance, it likes to, go on dates, have new beginnings. So despite the fact that you feel disconnected from your higher self, you're very connected to other people in a loving way. You come across as very charming. You're able to heal wounds in your romantic life, the way you feel about yourself. Like, let's say you're a guy and you really love this woman, and you wanted to sleep together, you wanted to be intimate, but you couldn't perform, and you feel really bad about that. The 2nd of November onwards until the 26th of November, that is the time to use Venus in Sagittarius and to redeem yourself, to show yourself that you love yourself, that you have value, that you're a unique item, okay? So see the value in yourself and redeem yourself. You have an opportunity to do that. If you're a Sagittarius who feels great about what they're doing anyway and doesn't need to redeem themselves, then the best way forward is to focus on your relationships and your finances at the end of the month. But I would focus on relationships for the majority of the month, because it's so positive and it's very unlikely that you're going to have an unhappy outcome. On the 11th of November, we have Mercury transiting in front of the sun. So we'll be seeing this tiny dot go in front of the sun. Mercury is the communication planet. It happens in your 12th house of spirituality. The sun, Mercury, and your transiting midheaven are there. So you're going to feel like little old me against all of this spirituality, and I just can't connect. I don't feel like I'm hearing the messages. I don't feel like my antennas are working. From the 20th onwards, your antennas will be working again, okay? So don't torture yourself by meditating all month and saying, why am I not connecting? Because the astrology just happens to be that way this month. Connect with other people. have coffee, or connect with other people in a romantic way. From the 20th onwards, then connect spiritually when the retrograde ends. On the 12th of November, we have a full moon in Taurus. I'm going to make a separate video on the full moon and the new moon, as I always do, to go into more detail. But what you need to know, Sagittarius, is that it happens in your 6th house of work. So I always feel that the full moon affects us for about 3 days because it waxes, the energy builds on the 11th, it becomes the full moon on the 12th, and then it wanes on the 13th. So it showers us with its Taurus energy. And for you, Sagittarius, it showers you with Taurus energy in your 6th house of work. And Uranus is there at 3 degrees in Taurus as well. So this is a reprieve from the Mercury retrograde. So these 3 days, 11th, 12th, 13th, you're able to connect and listen to your true guidance, and you're then able to translate that into physical steps that you take, and you can trust your guidance during that full moon period. And it means that you build something valuable in work, and that you end up having more money, and that you transform your financial situation. So you're really lucky this month in terms of relationships for the first 20 days of the month. And then the end of the month is all about transforming yourself money-wise. Awesome. 19th of November. We have got Mars going into Scorpio, and Mars is the male principle of desire and ambition and drive and action. And it goes into your 12th house of spirituality. Mercury goes direct the next day. So on the 20th of November, you're really going to sit down and meditate and really put everything you've got into it. And because of that, you will find that connection with your higher self, your higher power again easily. Mars is going to bulldoze your way to your higher power, and you will get there. So don't worry if you feel isolated or disconnected. That's what the astrology is all about. And you're meant to solve the problem, not by meditating, but by connecting with other people. On the 22nd, the sun moves into your sign of Sagittarius. So happy birthday, Sagittarius. And it's in your 1st house of self with the transiting midheaven and Venus and Jupiter. Venus is the planet of love. Jupiter is the planet of good luck and good fortune. The transiting midheaven is work. So you can really transform your working life for the better and completely change your finances. And it's a birthday present. On the 24th of November, we have one of the luckiest days of the year. We have Venus, the love planet, and Jupiter, the luck planet, conjuncting at 28 degrees in your 1st house of self. 2 and 8 is 10. 10 reduces to 1 in numerology. 1 is being independent, the pioneer, the explorer, the magician. You take it upon yourself to make connections with other people for the first 20 days of the month, and you'll be great. For the last 10 days of the month, from the 20th onwards, connect with your higher self, your higher power, and that will be great, and it will lead to messages about your work that you then implement and transform your finances. Wow. So you're going to have a busy month. It's going to be full on, and you're going to remember November 2019. On the 26th of November, things get even better because you have a new moon in Sagittarius in your sign, in your 1st house of self. Jupiter is still there. The midheaven work is still there. So you're being you're getting loads of this Centaur Sagittarius energy, which always has a bow and arrow and sets a goal and points towards it and gallops towards it. So you have all the energy in the world that you need to transform your work and your financial life. And I suppose your romantic life, because you've spent the first 20 days connecting with other people, so romance is in the air. So to recap, you are incredibly lucky. The one negative thing is you may feel spiritually disconnected, but the good thing is that forces you to connect with other people. So for the first 20 days of November, the real blessing that you experience is love and romance and the potential for love and romance to come into your life. And then from the 20th onwards until the end of the month, you can totally and absolutely transform your finances for the better. So you get it all in 1 month. Lucky you. So I told Scorpio that they were luckiest so far in November, but now looking at you, Sagittarius, you're even luckier than Scorpio. So this is your month. Make the most of it. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology, so I can answer any questions you may have. Life purpose, vocational aptitudes. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. If you really, really like it, then please share it online. I'd be ever so grateful. Have a wonderful November. Lots of kisses, and I'll speak to you soon. Check out the daily tarot readings, the weekly horoscopes. The yearlies for 2020 are up already. I'm prepared, I'm way ahead. So check those out as well. There's lots to watch on my channel, and please subscribe. Have a wonderful November and all the best.